Doing algorithm number 771, joules and stones. Looks like we're given a string J representing types of stones that are joules, and then S, which is the stones that we have. So we have to go through and look at this list of stones and see how many of these individual characters are also joules, and then output the number. So for the first one, there is a string of lowercase capital A and then also a set of lowercase b's. So we check how many lowercase a's are there. There's 1. How many uppercase a's are there? There's 2. 1 plus 2 equals 3. Output is 3. Second example is 1 lowercase z is our joules, but for stones we have 2 capital Z's. So because there are no lowercase z's, output is 0. We are going to go ahead. We think this one's going to be pretty easy, so we'll find out if that's actually the case. Sorry, first step, create a for loop. I equals 0. I is less than j dot length I plus plus.
In you know in C++ when you add like a string or like a char to an int, it spits out like the ASCII thing. Can you do that in Java too? No, I was thinking you could get the you could convert you could iterate the J and then or like the joules and get the ASCII values for these and iterate through this and then do the modulo thing for each of these and then see which one is zero.
One.
But that would just be more.
Yeah, is that just an extra step to just compare?
Yeah.
J plus plus. Now we got both of our for loops. The first for loop is going to iterate over each of our joules, and then the second for loop is going to iterate over each of the stones. So when we're going over each stone, we just want to compare if, what is it, j.char at? I think that's what it is for Java. Char at in Java. Yeah, string.char at, cool. So char at I if j.char at I double equals s.char at j. If that is true, then we know that we have stone is a joule. And if the stone is a joule, then we want a variable called joule count to equal 0. And if the characters are the same, then we want to increment joule count. Thank you. Thank you. Int joule count equals 0. Good work, Rohan. And then we just want to return joule count. So we initialize the variable. First loop iterates over joules. Second loop iterates over stones. And then check if stone is a joule. If it is, add it. Otherwise, don't do anything and keep going. We'll see what happens. Cannot find symbol. J.length. Okay, I must have gotten the length of a string. Length of string in Java. String.length needs open close parentheses. Run it again. And we got the expected value, so let's submit it and see if we get it. We got it. We're only faster than 36% of online Java submissions, but we got it correct. So that was a lot faster than our previous weeks. So now I want to see if I can store this in a Git repository. If you haven't done any Git, we do have some lessons on how to do some basic Git. In the meantime, I'm just going to add this to our project.
Are you streaming on Twitch? Or were you
Twitch and YouTube. Algorithms, we're going to open up our algorithms folder. And then inside of algorithms, I'm going to create a new file, which I'm going to name the name of this algorithm, which is what? Let's go back to description, joules and stones. I need to save this guy as joules and stones. what is it, .java. And now I just copy and paste our solution, paste it into there, save it. And I'm going to include a comment up top of the problem statement. That way, if people are looking at this in the future, they can know what the problem is that we solved. Boop, 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 boop. Cool. Save that. Open up your local terminal. Change directory into projects, and then I think the folder is algorithms. Yeah. Git status. I'm going to make sure that I'm in the right Git branch with git remote -v. That tells you what the origin is. So it looks like right now we're storing it in GitHub, which is great. We'll leave it as GitHub. Git status shows us that we've changed the README and the Joules and Stone file, so I'll git add. I'll add them individually. You could add them both at the same time with git add dot. I've recently been trying to be more selective about what it is I add to my Git commits. Let me make this a little bit bigger for everyone. Git commit -m. We solved the Joules and Stones algorithm on LeetCode. Now we get status. I don't remember what branch I'm on. I'm on master, so we can get push origin master. Alright, done pushing. Oh no, it failed. We'll pull. I bet we're missing something. Failed to push. I wonder why. Permission was denied. I bet it's a I bet it's a I'm trying to SSH, but this computer might not have SSH permission, so I'll just have to change it to HTTPS rather than SSH. So just go back to the profile. Maybe it's even on me. We'll find out. Or who is it stored under? That was with git remote -v. Alright, so it's stored in the voice first tech account, which means that I need to be SSHing, or this computer needs to have an SSH key stored in here. And it looks like we do. This is my computer, so it should have worked. I'm surprised it didn't. Voice first tech is all one word, which is this account. Where is it? Here's the algorithms repository. Like, it should be all good. I guess we'll try HTTPS. Git remote set -URL origin. This is going to change my origin to this new one. So now when we run git remote -v, we see that it's still pushing to this. It's still pushing to the same repository. But instead of it being git at GitHub, it's now HTTPS. So we're not using SSH, we're now using HTTPS. Which means that now when I push, instead of it just failing me, it's going to ask for a username and password. I don't think Sweetman Tech login will work. Which means that I'm going to need to check my passwords, and I don't want to do that because I'm streaming. All my passwords are stored in a password manager on my computer, so I'll just, I've also got the password manager on my phone, so I'll pull up the password manager here. I think this is just to check. Yeah, that failed. If you haven't heard of LastPass, it's a great password manager that you can use. Saves all your passwords. This is what I want. Show me the password. And this time it's GitHub at voicefirsttech.com. And the password is stuff you're not allowed to know. Cool. This time we are getting success. It's resolving. It's all pushed up. So when we come back here, there are originally 21 commits. I think when we refresh, we now have 21. And we also have Joules and Stones up top with a README that's a little bit more modified. Alright, so we've now solved a LeetCode algorithm. I think the total time for that was less than 10 minutes, even with the errors that we ran into. Thanks for joining us for another live stream of Algorithms. Catch you next week.